This conference will now be recorded.
Hello and welcome to a brief tutorial on how to reserve a booth for the 2020 IEEE PES T&D Conference. On Tuesday, January 8th, an email was sent to all the remaining 2018 exhibiting companies that are eligible for round 3. That email is here on the screen for everyone to see. Hopefully you received this and were able to get the information with your company password that you needed for space selection next week. I wanted to go over this email along with some of the steps to help you reserve a booth in a quick and efficient manner, as space selection for this show is first come, first serve. Space does go quickly. So first thing I want to do is talk about some next steps. So if everybody sees this email, this gives you a link you'll be able to use next Tuesday along with your company password, but it's really important that you go to this website right here to talk about the next steps and what that information is. That will take you to the space selection page, which goes over a lot of different details, next steps, general information, some tips and tricks for those of you that want to learn a little bit more, maybe be a little bit quicker, and then which companies are eligible for round 3. So if you click here, your company name should be listed. If it is not, please contact me prior to next Monday to ensure that you are able to take part in the round 3 space selection. So with this being said, let's talk about next steps. So space selection will go very fast with first come, first serve. So before January 15th, in order to make it go as quickly as possible, these are 3 things that you should do prior to the 15th. One is to review the online floor plan, and we'll go there in just a moment. 2, verify that your company is eligible for round 3, which was that list down here that we had reviewed, that I showed you just a few minutes ago. And number 3 is to go to the 2018 dashboard. You'll be able to log in and view your update your contact information and company information as needed. So that will allow you to do get it here. This will allow you to update your contact, be able to make sure you have a logistics contact associated. This is required. If you already have somebody and that is the correct person, that's great. Otherwise, all you need to do is you can click here. If they've already been attached to your company, you can select a new person, or you can view and edit, add new, whichever you need to do. This will greatly speed up the contract piece for the 2020 space contracting, and that's something you will want to do. So once you have done that, and then you look at the online floor plan. So here is the online floor plan. Hopefully everybody has seen this by now. You can see where all of the blue booths which are available, and you'll be able to reserve starting next Tuesday. Once you reserve those booths, you will be able to reserve those booths, all you will need to do is you will log in on Tuesday and go from there. For those of you that have questions about the flow of traffic, entrances, and things like that, there is additional information on our website. Just if you go to the main exhibitor page right here, you will see this information. And under facility information, you have an overview of the entire facility showing the exhibits on level 3. The meeting rooms are up above on levels 4 and 5, which I'll show you where those escalators are here in a moment. This section down here talks about some important factors for the facility, including the flow. A lot of times I get asked about what entrance is the main entrance. I would say that the main entrance is by registration, but with a show this size and where traffic comes in from multiple directions, there's no guarantee which way people will come from. So from here, what that information, those bullet points talked about, is that you have 3 entrances off of registration, 1, 2, and 3. But in addition to those entrances, there is also 2 escalators, one here and one here. Those 2 escalators lead you up and down to the session rooms and to the super session and opening session room. So people coming to and from those may use these entrances here. There is a 3rd escalator down here, which is by the shuttles. So the shuttles will drop off and pickup on the lower level down in this area, and people can come up this escalator or exit to this escalator to catch the shuttles at night when the show floor is open. If the show floor is closed and the sessions start earlier than the sessions or registration is open earlier than the show floor, people will need to either walk up through the lobby space, come up these two escalators and walk in through registration, or they could come up these escalators, but they will be forced to go around and come in through registration during non-show hours. So that is how the traffic will flow for that. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show everybody is for some tips and tricks down here. There is this video, obviously, on how to reserve a booth, but there is also a test link if you are concerned about the compatibility or you've had issues with your computer not being able to view the contract piece. This link is a valid link, but this is a test password. So this password will allow you to see the floor plan and to try it ahead of time. And you just will not be able to reserve a booth because it would be under the test company, which means it would be released immediately and not do you any good. So please don't reserve a booth using this password, but you can click on it and see and make sure that your computer and your internet will work for what you're trying to do. All right. That being said, I've kind of walked you through the next steps of what happens before registration or before space selection opens. Now let's talk about Tuesday the 15th. When you go to log in. So you would click on the reserve a booth button or use the email that I sent and the reservation URL. It will take you to the same place. It takes you to this login screen. This login screen is driven by the password and is connected to your company. So once you enter this password, if it is not 12 o'clock Eastern time on January 15th, you will get the message saying that you are not yet authorized to reserve a booth. Starting on Tuesday the 15th at noon Eastern, you would be able to log in and you would see this information. So you can see here that I have logged in. You always should check the company name just to make sure you didn't use that test password. You have your company name, and then you can see some restrictions. This information here would have already been updated by what you did prior to the 15th. So you would immediately be able to come down here to booth choice. You would click here. It opens up the floor plan, and you can see this floor plan here. And this is where you would select a booth. So you may select 2 booths together or 3 booths together to create a larger booth. As you can see, it does not take long to do that. So just if you're looking for a larger booth, you select it immediately. You'll click submit. That calculates it's now 300 square feet. You may choose to add an enhanced listing if you want. It is not required. You can always add it later if you want, but if you want to go ahead, you can just click that button and then move on down. There is no payment screen in order to keep this moving as quickly as possible. The only thing that is next required is who is authorized to sign the contract. So you must enter that information. From there, you can use the tab button or you can scroll down. These are all the terms and conditions for the contract. You must agree to the terms and conditions and then hit submit. This booth was not removed from inventory until after you hit submit. So you can see here you have received the green, your booth space has been reserved successfully. If you receive this, that means you are done and do not need to do anything else. However, if there are companies doing this at the same time, and this does happen a lot, when another company had logged in, they had chosen 919, they hit submit, go down here, sign the contract, and then hit submit. Receive booth is not available. Please select another booth. Notice you're still in the contract. If you received this, you do not have a booth. You need to go back down to select a booth, hit reset to remove that booth, and look and see which booths are still available. So you want to submit, go through, and now you have received your booth. Once again, if you do not see this confirmation page, you do not have a booth, and you must go back and choose a booth until you get the green message. If you have any questions, please let me know, but that is the only way you will be able to reserve a booth when Space Selection opens on January 15th. Once you receive this message, you are able to click here to submit your deposit. It will ask you to log in. If there was a balance due, which there would be when you reserve a booth, you can view and print. This would be a pay button if that had a fee attached, and then you would be all set. You will receive a confirmation email from me within 24 to 48 hours of reserving your booth. And then you will also receive a second email with the actual invoice to pay if you have not paid in this system. At that point, you'll be able to log into your company's 2020 exhibitor dashboard and update your exhibitor listings as you choose. It is not necessary to do right now, but I always encourage you to do it at the time or soon after, just so you don't forget and have to come back later when people will have already started going in. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions, but this will have taken care of everything you need to do. You have this green successful message, you have a booth, and are all set. You can always reach me at Shawn, SHAWN, at CEMLLC.com. However, please note if you are calling and need to reach somebody by phone, the phones are very crazy during Space Selection, and you may receive voicemail. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, but I know time is of an essence on January 15th. Again, it's Shawn, SHAWN, at CEMLLC.com. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.